What's breaking out in the headlines isn't just about missiles, diplomacy, or political tensions. It's about kingdoms in conflict, not earthly ones, but spiritual. Iran and Israel are at the center, but behind them are ancient principalities that have warred against God's purposes since the beginning. This isn't just another chapter in geopolitics. It's the visible ripple of an invisible war. The Bible warned us there would be wars and rumors of wars. But what it didn't say is that most people would miss what's really happening underneath. The headlines are loud, but the spiritual war is louder, if you have ears to hear. We're not just living in history, we are living in prophecy, and the enemy knows his time is short. He's not afraid of weapons, he's afraid of awakening, because a church that wakes up can tear down strongholds. And that's the war he's actually fighting. Look deeper. What you see in today's news has roots in ancient rebellion. Persia wasn't just a former empire, it was a spiritual power. Babylon didn't just fall once, its spirit lives on in every system that exalts pride, confusion, and godlessness. Iran threatening Israel isn't a modern anomaly. It's a continuation of an ancient hatred for the people and promises of God. From Pharaoh to Haman to Herod, the enemy has always tried to wipe out what God has chosen. It's not about land or treaties, it's about lineage. Every time God draws closer to fulfilling his covenant, Satan launches a desperate assault. And now, as global tensions rise, that same ancient war is playing out in real time. You can't fight it with politics. You fight it with discernment, prayer, and an unshakable allegiance to the King of Kings. Don't mistake chaos for victory. Evil rages hardest when it knows it's losing. The rise in violence, deception, and division isn't a sign that God has stepped back. It's a sign that Satan is in panic mode. He knows his reign is almost over. That's why confusion is being pumped into the world like poison. That's why truth is treated like hate speech. That's why believers are under attack, not just physically, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Because the enemy doesn't want you to wake up. He wants you numb, distracted, divided. He wants you paralyzed by fear or seduced by comfort. But this is not the time to retreat. This is the time to remember that the Lion of Judah still reigns. And even in the chaos, his plan is unfolding with surgical precision. If you can't see it, it's not because God isn't moving. It's because you're looking through the wrong lens. It's tempting to pick a side, repost a take, or argue your position. But the kingdom of God isn't a spectator sport. It's a battlefield. And your role isn't to be an expert in foreign policy. It's to be an ambassador of Christ. You are not here to be informed. You are here to be transformed and to bring truth into chaos. The church cannot afford to be neutral, lukewarm, or silent. We don't fight like the world does, with hate, with pride, with outrage. We fight with truth. We fight with prayer. We fight with the authority of the Spirit that raised Jesus from the grave. And right now, God is not asking you to scroll. He's asking you to stand. This is a defining moment. The lines are being drawn. And the question is not whose side are you on, it's are you standing at all? Every alert you see, every breaking news update, every new war, protest, or upheaval, they are not just information to consume. They are invitations to awaken. God is using crisis to shake what's comfortable and awaken what's eternal. You don't need to understand every headline to recognize the pattern. The King is coming, and the enemy knows it. But do we? Jesus didn't warn us about the end so we would live in fear. He warned us so we would live ready. The time to play church is over. The time to post feel-good messages is over. This is a call to arms, to be light in a dark world, to speak when others are silent, to live holy when compromise is trending. The world is shaking and it's not going to stop. But you don't have to be shaken with it. You can stand, you must stand. Because eternity isn't waiting for the world to change. It's waiting for the church to rise.